Greetings everyone, I'm just here to offer you some quick information about do's and don'ts if you already have locks or if you're starting locks. First of all, what you want to do is make sure that you keep your hair moisturized. Every time you wash your hair, you're always taking lots of oils out, so you want to make sure that you put lots of oils back in. Some good natural essential oils are like jojoba, lavender, lemon, grass, sage, rosemary. It's a couple of them. So just make sure every time you wash your hair, you're also putting moisture back into your hair. Also, you want to wash your hair as much as you need to, not as much as somebody tells you you need to. Like me, for instance, I don't wash my hair every 3 weeks. Sometimes I go a little bit longer than that, only because every time I wash it, like I said before, it dries my hair totally out, and then I have to get all that oil back in, and I have really, really dry hair. So just do what you need to do as far as washing your hair. Also, you want to make sure that you do know, for you new people that are locking your hair, that your hair locks from the bottom up. It doesn't lock from the root down. You want to make sure that you do remember that and know that it takes time, and you also want to be patient. Also, you want to make sure that you use a really good gel or a really good lock and twist butter. You don't want to do things like that. I'm sorry, my daughter's in here. I have to give it a look. Also, what you don't want to do is you don't want to use beeswax. Beeswax, most of the time it leaves a really bad resin in your hair, and it's really hard to get out. I just actually told the person about that. I saw somebody with dreads and they used the beeswax, and it was horrible. If you just would have saw them, it looked like somebody just doused their hair in like tons of length. So that's just out of the question. You don't want to use that, and you really don't want to use that gel pro style. It's like a really dark black gel, and it's really thick, and it's kind of nasty like when you wash your hair. I'm so sorry, you guys, my daughter, and I don't want to edit this because I'm on a roll. You want to use a really good gel, a light gel. You don't want to use a thick gel, because then when you wash your hair, it's really hard for it to get out. Also, if you think about coloring your hair, you really want to be careful. And I can't tell you not to, because I've colored my hair, but I don't use like a really harsh dye, and I don't dye them blonde. They look a little reddish on the tips right now, only because they turned that color over the years. I've only dyed my hair twice, and I've had my dreads. It'll be 10 years coming up this month on the 30th. So you want to be real careful, because dye dries the hair, it breaks the hair, it can really damage the hair, actually, just like it would your normal hair. And just know, just because you have dreads doesn't mean that you can just go dye them, because your hair is natural. Actually, it's a little bit more harsh on the hair, so just be careful with that. You want to use really good shampoos, and you want to stay away from stuff with petroleum in it if you can. And also remember that everything that says organic and natural does not necessarily mean that, because hear me now, when you use something organic, let's say that you're growing a garden. When you have a garden and you grow fruit, that's organic fruit. When you don't use any pesticides or things like that. That's the same thing with your hair. If you have an organic product, pretty much you made it up yourself. They don't sell it in the store, because organic means no additives, and it's pure and natural. And that type of thing doesn't have a shelf life. It only lasts like 2 or 3 days, and that's it. So if you want something pure and natural and strictly organic, you really want to do it yourself. Otherwise, when you're in the store, just make sure you read all the labels and know that most of the things do have a little bit of additives in it, and you'll come out better doing things on your own. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, and by the way, you do want to deep condition. You want to make sure that you deep condition your hair all the time. Even if you're able to, like you used to do when you had the natural hair before you got the dreads in your hair, you want to use a really good conditioner. You want to sit under the dryer. You want to allow that conditioner to go through your hair, and you want to make sure you rinse it. And you also want to get you a dread cap. The next video I do, part 2 of this one, I'm just trying to get some quick information out there. You can wear like a cap that you put over your head. It kind of looks like a stocking cap, and it keeps your hair from breaking as you're washing it. Like, it keeps your hair inside of this hat. And as you're washing your hair won't begin to break, because the longer they get, sometimes the more fragile they can become, or they may become a little bit stronger. It just really depends on the situation. It depends on age, and if you have any other things going on within your body. So just try that. You can go to the store and they sell them over the counter. So I really hope that this was informative. And like I said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Just leave some comments down in the comment box down below. Or you can email me, and I promise I will answer you. Peace and one love.